In this video, I'll be revealing the top 10 proven print-on-demand wall art niches that work for both physical and digital prints. For each of these niches, I've also been able to find multiple products, including listings released just a few months ago that are making a lot of money. So I'll only be looking at products released within a year or even more recently, so you can be sure that these do not have an unfair advantage because they were released a long time ago. And most of these were created by newer sellers with only a few reviews for their entire store, which is fantastic news if you're a smaller seller yourself. Towards the end of the video, you'll find out what the best selling piece of wall art on this entire list is, currently making almost 20k per month, released just 8 months ago. If you appreciate videos like this, hit the like button, drop a subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications to get alerts when I post new videos like this. And let's get started. The first niche is best friend photo prints. So these usually involve letting someone print a photo and having some element of your own design around it. This is one that's like in a newspaper style. 9 people bought it in the last 24 hours, at least when I was researching these a few days ago. So this one was released 6 months ago, making 240 sales a month. I'm using eHunt to get the sales data for these, so I'll drop a link to that below if you want to do your own research. And also eHunt does usually underestimate the sales, and the price here is usually the lowest price variant as well, so they will be making more money than this when people buy their more expensive variants. This one with photos and a quote from still a relatively new seller with only 163 reviews in total so far for their shop. So there are various canvas sizes, and this is the price of the most expensive one. Released December of last year, 8 months ago, and making 68 sales a month. Now, this one's a digital download in over 20 baskets. If it sold as print on demand, it would be worth more because you have a canvas. And this was released at the end of March, about 6 months ago, and is making 280 sales a month, so a lot of sales. This print, which is a digital file, is selling for a very good price here, and it's got best friends' names on them. 6 purchases in the last 24 hours. Released last month, already doing 132 sales a month. So another one, they offer digital download and print on demand with 4 purchases in 24 hours. So this is turning a photo into an illustration. You can do this with AI nowadays. And again, an even smaller seller that has this winning product. Only got 187 reviews in total. Remember, this number is for the whole shop, not just this listing. So it just goes to show that you don't have to be a really established like top seller in order to get these kinds of winning products. And this one was released October of last year, about 9 months ago. Is doing 256 sales a month. I want to tell you about today's video sponsor, Gelato, which is a leading global print-on-demand fulfillment company trusted by thousands of sellers. They've got an excellent rating on Trustpilot as well as 4.7 stars on the Shopify App Store, so they're clearly doing something right. Now, their catalog contains all the major print-on-demand products, but where Gelato really stands out is in their wall art selection. Their posters, canvases, and frame prints are not only really high quality, but also the most competitively priced in the whole print-on-demand supply market. They've got some entirely unique options as well, like their metal and wooden framed posters and aluminium prints. You won't find these with any other major POD suppliers, so your store can definitely have something different to stand out with if you add these. They're actually the largest global print-on-demand network. They have providers in 32 countries, which is more than any other network, and they ship all over the world. This gives you the ability to have your products produced locally, which reduces shipping distances, costs, and environmental impact. They also shine when it comes to customer service, which is available 24/7, and it's clear from their Trustpilot reviews that sellers have peace of mind when fulfilling their sales with Gelato. They integrate smoothly with all the major e-commerce platforms, including Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, TikTok Shop in the US, and more. So it's easy to plug them into your platform and get started selling. My Gelato order was at my house literally 3 days after I ordered it, and the print was fantastic quality. On top of that, there's no minimum order quantity, so you can test out new products without any big upfront commitments. Use the link in the description to get 50% off your first order when you purchase within 2 days of signing up. Big thanks to Gelato for sponsoring this video. Next up is coastal watercolor art, and this style is really popular. So the main keywords I've seen for this are coastal and nautical. So sort of beachy design. It doesn't even seem to matter what the art itself is from the examples I've seen. It's just this whole aesthetic style that people like. And it usually involves like blue or pink, like vertical stripes with some kind of watercolor illustration in the middle. So again, it can be generated with AI. You can definitely do this. And this one's in demand. 2 people bought this set of 3 in the last 24 hours. Released 3 months ago this year in June. So these get popular pretty fast, especially in the summer. It's making 224 sales a month. Similar one, but this time it's a digital download. It's like a stamp style of artwork. Got 6 purchases in the last 24 hours. Again, released 3 months ago this year in June, making about 252 sales a month already. And this is a digital print from a relatively smaller seller. They only have 175 reviews. So this is more like a collage style of artwork. Bestseller, got 3 sales in 24 hours. Released January of this year, doing 224 sales. And this one, 17 purchases in the last 24 hours. So this one is digital download. It's sort of less beachy, more retro, but same kind of color scheme that you see people like, sort of the 3-panel style of artwork. Released 4 months ago in May of this year and making 260 sales a month. And what's craziest is this seller only has 12 reviews. So very small, newer seller, already having a product doing this well. I'd bet it's the best product in the entire store. Next up is floral art prints. So this niche is just anything that's relating to flowers, which tends to make popular prints. You know, this one's got a personalization element as well. It's in 18 carts. Only released 4 months ago, making 64 sales a month. And this one, I guess it kind of counts as coastal style-ish as well with the stripes. It's in over 20 baskets, and this one is a digital download. Only released 3 months ago at the end of May this year. And it's doing very well, making 404 sales a month. 8 purchases in 24 hours. So this one's another digital print with flowers on it. It's got the buyer's date on it. So you could probably see how the popular styles form together to create these bestsellers, like their postage, stamp, stripes, watercolor is all very popular with wall art buyers. This one was released about a year ago and it's making a whopping 256 sales a month. Next up is custom pet portraits. And specifically, these vintage looking bathroom posters are very popular. So this one's both a digital and physical. And this price that you're seeing here is just digital downloads. So crazy profit margins here. 2 purchases in the last 24 hours, and these can be generated with AI like Midjourney. So if you're not familiar with Midjourney, use it in Discord and you can upload any image onto Discord. You paste the link into the image at the beginning of a prompt like this, and then it will generate you similar images based on your image prompt. Now, I know these don't look that much like the prompt, but if you put somebody's pet photo as the reference image and write like, you know, dog sitting on the toilet in the bathroom, it should come out looking like the actual person's pet. So there's plenty of tutorials online on how to use reference images with Midjourney, and there's a lot of other AI image generators that can do this as well nowadays. Bestseller released 6 months ago in March, making 132 sales a month. And I was saying in the last video as well that with these pet products, most of the bestsellers are always dog images. I think there's just more dog owners out there, but you don't really see many cat images or other pets, really just dogs. So definitely the more popular pet. And here's a very similar print on demand one that's 9 purchases in 24 hours. This one released 4 months ago in May, making 280 sales a month. And just to hammer this in, another dog bathroom portrait listing, got 7 purchases in 24 hours. So these definitely sell. And this was also released 4 months ago at the end of April. It's doing pretty well, 160 sales a month. Next up, 11 purchases in 24 hours. This is a very simple one, and that is that some people just want their own text or their custom quote printed on a wall sign. And this is a wooden framed sign, but it works just as well for framed prints and posters. Released 6 months ago in March, making 152 sales a month. Now, you're not really supposed to use placeholder text like these listings do, even though there's a lot of people doing it. If you want to make listings like these, make sure to put an actual quote instead of just custom text or your text here. and make it clear to the buyer that they can choose their own quote, and that should be fine. It's just the Etsy rules, really. This is a metal sign, but it works just as well for framed prints and posters. And 2 sales in 24 hours. Released 9 months ago in December, doing 244 sales a month. This one's a different style, more sort of minimalistic. Got 3 purchases in 24 hours. You know, this listing can get pretty expensive, so each sale is a big win. Yeah, so the cheapest variant is $29, released about 6 months ago, October of last year, and it's raking in 128 sales a month. Next up is drink menu signs, so cocktail signs, and this can be wall art. It can also just be a plaque on the table, which a lot of providers do offer as well. And you can offer different sizes and versions of the same design. So this one, 2 people bought in 24 hours. This one released September of last year, doing 84 sales a month. This one's had 2 purchases in 24 hours. You might not be able to get these like little 3D elements with POD, but the base design is definitely something that you can do with POD. So released October last year, doing 160 sales a month. Next up is name signs. So sometimes people just want their name or their initial on something, and you can just print it for them. So this can be for the office, the bedroom, and for kids as well. Like this office sign that sold twice in 24 hours when I found it. Released September of last year, and it's doing 228 sales a month. Now, this family name sign with an initial, in very high demand when I found it, 22 purchases in 24 hours. So a lot of sub-niching opportunities here when you've got sort of weddings, anniversary, housewarming. You can put all those keywords in. Yeah, so this one's very simple, but it's best-selling piece of wall art on here, making about 20k a month, released 8 months ago. And this is sort of similar idea, pet name signs, 6 purchases in 24 hours, released 7 months ago, making 272 sales a month. Next up, we have the positive affirmations and quotes niche. So this covers like motivational quotes, mental health quotes, that kind of stuff. And this has always been a very popular niche for clothing and other products as well. This one sold 4 times in 24 hours. Now, when it comes to these, even if they're not trademarked, it's best not to directly just take and copy someone's quote, right? So one way of generating similar but still original quote ideas is using ChatGPT. So with the best-selling quotes as a reference, because you know those already sell well. So here's an example that I've done with the previous listing. This one only released 2 to 3 months ago, already doing about 220 sales a month. And this niche has always been popular. You know, things can pop off pretty quickly. That being said, this listing does have a lot of posters in it. It's a bundle of 15, so don't feel the need to sell that many at once. And here's another similar example, sub-niched down to office prints, currently in 20 carts. So yeah, I think instead of banking the sales on just one quote, it's much better to upload bundles like this if you want to sell in this niche, because that is just what is proven to work. So released 4 months ago in May, doing 136 sales a month. Now this next one is very interesting. It definitely stands out because it's not like the sort of pastel, the nice other listings that you see on this list. It's more aimed at men, which is more rare, but it's pretty expensive listing. Made 2 sales in 24 hours. It's a very expensive listing with the cheapest variant coming in at $76, and it's made 2 sales in the last 24 hours. So sort of high ticket items, well, as high ticket as you can get on a place like Etsy, do sell sometimes. Released last October, making 64 sales a month, which is, you know, comparatively less than the others on this list, but it's still generating a lot of revenue just because it's a really expensive listing. Next up is nursery and children's room art prints. So this one is a digital download. These are usually sold in bundles like, you know, the previous niche, but you definitely don't have to sell 200 in one listing, even though they do better than individual listings for these specific niches. This one released about 8 months ago at the end of December last year, making 152 sales a month. Very similar printable bundle. It was purchased twice in 24 hours. Released October of last year, making 116 sales a month. Next up is anniversary prints. These also work for weddings and engagements, obviously, but I'm just gonna be honest, like whenever I've uploaded something wedding specific and I don't put anniversary or Valentine's tags in it. I just never remember it selling. I think it's because Etsy is so saturated with wedding stuff. But for, you know, anniversary and Valentine's Day, that stuff has definitely sold for me. 15 sales in 24 hours when I found this. Released September of last year, making 284 sales per month. And this one's a really cool idea. Lets you print custom song lyrics on a poster in sort of a vinyl shape, also targeting anniversaries, even if not specifically. And it was in 13 carts. Sort of a cheeky way to get around copyright, because obviously you can't print Taylor Swift lyrics, but your customer might be able to. I don't really know what print-on-demand companies think of that, whether they'll print it for you, but I guess this one's selling. Released at the end of this January, 7 months ago. This one doing about 80 sales a month as well. This bestseller in 13 carts, and this is a digital download line art print. It's still kind of difficult to generate like this quality with AI. I don't think I've seen an AI that does this, so I do believe this is probably hand-drawn, like with a tablet or something. Released October of last year, making 80 sales a month. This is a poster or a framed art print with 2 sales in 24 hours. So these newspaper prints are definitely popular for couples, best friends. And this one released in February, 6 months ago, doing 60 sales per month. If you want a massive, long list of websites that you can upload these to and get free traffic from, click on this video on screen right now. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications to get alerts when I post new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.